water is life. All right, so that's the, going from the water is the basis for our well-being. And we in the global north take water for granted because we have grown up with the benefit of the science and technology of the 19th and 20th centuries, where we have piped water into our homes and businesses and communities and flush toilets to take our waste away. All right, so we have the benefit of centralized water systems. And my own work with water is with the people who don't have the benefit of those systems. All right, and there are at least 1 billion, but more accurately, likely 2 billion of the 7 billion people on the planet who don't have the most basic foundation of life. All right, and so that to me is an inequitable situation which is unsustainable. All right, according to the United Nations statistics, 2.5 billion people, or more than 40% of the planet, doesn't have adequate sanitation. And my work has been to bring teams of students to countries around the world to directly engage with communities as partners in exploring how we can come up with those solutions to that problem. And because I'm one small person with a vision, but sincere efforts, it can't be that we can change everything at once. And so I've tried to work deeply in a few places, and those places include Nepal, where I worked for 7 years. And that's a whole story. I could spend an hour on my work in Nepal. But in a few short sentences, the work was focused on arsenic contamination of drinking water, which affects about 220 million people in the world. My team and I have invented a simple filter to remove arsenic, and we implemented that and reached about 200,000 people. The safe water that we have in the global north and the adequate sanitation that we have, or the flush toilets and the wastewater treatment, is an infrastructure that has been put in over a generation or two and is very expensive today. All right, so my solution has been to work on the side of how can engineers innovate new solutions that are lower cost and that use local ingenuity and local resources. Safe water and sanitation for everyone on the planet is 1/16 the cost of the U.S. involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan. Engineers are trained to build, the water engineers are trained to build systems that we are the beneficiaries of, right? Okay, so I'm trained to build a central system. Okay, I know how to do that. But then I realized at a certain point, well, wait a minute, it's like all these people, in Myanmar and Nepal and Ghana, they can't have these systems. It's like, well, why am I doing this? It's like, I want to be working with these people, right? So then I thought to myself, well, how to do this? And that started me on this journey, all right? There are certain criteria that we need to think about if we're thinking about, peasant woman. She needs to be able to afford it, all right? And she earns $1 a day, right? It has to be something really simple, okay? And it has to be local, and it has to be affordable to her. And so that was just where I began, is to how to rethink engineering so that there would be solutions that would be effective for people who live in her space. Yeah.